Okay, let's get into it. Today we are deep diving into the Aurora Multimedia RXS-2.
The ultimate Intel NUC PC.
Right. And this isn't, just some powerful mini computer. It's a 12th gen Intel NUC that's been specifically engineered for the pro AV world.
We're talking unified communications, big digital signage deployments, that kind of thing.
And our mission for you really is to unpack one number.
That would be the price tag, $5,218 as of today.
So the question is, why? What's in this box that justifies that kind of premium over, well, a standard NUC?
Let's find out. I think the place to start is under the hood.
For sure. I mean, the foundation is solid. You got 12th gen Intel, i5 or i7.
Yep, up to 32 gigs of RAM, a terabyte SSD, choice of Windows or Linux. It's powerful.
It is. But that's not the $5,000 story, is it? The real difference is the I/O, the hardware configuration for AV.
Exactly. So your standard PC has display outputs. This has two 4K 60 4.4 HDMI outputs, which is great.
But the key is the other port.
It has a dedicated HDMI input for capture, up to 4K 30.
Okay, but hold on. Let me just play devil's advocate here. Why can't I just buy a cheaper NUC and, plug in a USB capture card?
You could, but you're missing the point of integration.
Which is?
Reliability.
Yeah.
By having that capture path built right onto the motherboard, you're eliminating an external device. You're getting rid of another power supply, another potential point of failure.
So for mission-critical stuff, one reliable box is it's a non-negotiable.
It's an operational necessity. Pure and simple.
Okay, so that purpose-built I/O leads us right to how this thing is actually deployed.
Right, in these big installations, it's tiny, you can stick it behind a monitor, but the rack options are where it gets interesting.
You can put two of them side by side in a single 1RU space.
Or, and get this, 12 units in a 5RU chassis. It's incredibly dense.
And when you have that kind of density, you need to think about power and data. It's got two LAN ports.
And that's a huge deal. One is a 1 gig, the other is 2.5 gig, and both support PoE++N.
Power over Ethernet at 85 watts. That changes the entire cost calculus, doesn't it?
Massively. I mean, think about it. For an integrator, that 85W draw means you don't need external power bricks.
You don't need to run dedicated electrical wiring to every single unit in the rack.
Exactly. For an install with hundreds of these, the savings on labor and materials alone is enormous.
That is a very, very clever bit of engineering. But there's an even smaller feature that might be the real aha moment for installers.
Oh, you mean the little OLED screen on the front?
That tiny little screen.
I know it sounds trivial, but it's pure operational grace.
Paint the picture for us.
Okay, you're the tech. It's Friday afternoon. You're crawling under a conference table or reaching into a dark rack with 12 identical black boxes.
So you need to find one specific unit.
Right. Instead of plugging in a laptop and trying to find it on the network, you just look at the little screen. It tells you the IP address, the MSC address, the serial number, instantly.
That's not a small thing. That could save 30, 45 minutes of troubleshooting right there.
Per unit. That saved time is money.
Yeah.
Serious money.
Absolutely. Okay, so finally, we have to talk about the commercial side. The paperwork.
The stuff that lets it be sold into certain accounts.
Exactly. The source material makes a big point of this.
Yeah.
It's TAA compliant.
And made in the USA, tariff-free.
So what does TAA compliance actually mean for a buyer?
It means for a government agency or a massive corporate contract, it's basically pre-approved. It adheres to the Trade Agreements Act.
So it smooths out the entire procurement process.
It makes the paperwork clean. And that peace of mind, that simplified path, is often worth a very significant price difference.
So, to wrap it all up for you, this deep dive really shows how this device isn't just about the 12th gen Intel power.
No, it's a synthesis. It's the raw power combined with installation efficiency, like the PoE plus May, and the operational grace of that little screen.
Plus the commercial certainty you get from something like TAA compliance.
Right. It all comes together to solve a very specific set of problems.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to chew on. We've seen the specs, we've seen the price.
So here it is. If your job is large-scale digital signage or big UC rollout, and this box saves your team 1 hour of labor per unit, and it avoids all those extra capture cards and power supplies.
Is that efficiency worth the premium over just buying a standard, cheaper desktop PC?
What hidden problems and future headaches does spending that extra money per unit truly eliminate?